Ready? Yeah, that whole entire car is just stuffed with parts. And take a look at this. Look at the bottom here. Look, it's already loose. So I have no idea why. The question here is, why are we missing this gas cap? Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to a brand new episode from Backyard Boys. If you guys are new to this channel, go ahead and lightly tap that subscribe button down below. Don't forget to turn on your post notifications and don't forget to smash that like button to show your support. In this very exciting episode, we got a brand new build. This build was a must get for this channel. Why? Because we had the M1, 1M, M2, M3, now the M4 right behind us, and I cannot wait to show you guys everything about the car and all the surprises it came with. But before we do get started with this video, let me show you guys how we took delivery of this car. It was dark, so we kind of filmed a little bit of footage, and then I'll catch you guys back here in a little bit. Well, there you guys have it. Now let me introduce the car to you guys. It is a 2018 BMW M4 with only 23,000 miles, and it's got a very special, I guess you could say, part to it, which is the manual gearbox. A lot of these cars are hard to find in a manual gearbox, but this one was a gem with not much damage, low miles, facelift model, and a manual transmission. So with that being said, let's go ahead and start checking out the car. This thing here is actually very interesting. I don't know why it totaled out, and I don't know what the heck is wrong with that passenger side quarter panel. Why in the world does it say replace, and why in the world was that rear window already getting cut off? I'll show you guys here in a little bit. Let's go ahead and take a look at the front end. This side of the car seems to be all perfect. We don't really have any suspension damage. The wheels are straight. The steering wheel is currently straight as it sits right now. The front end, looking at it very so slightly, it does look like it is shifted just a hair to the driver's side, but I do not think that is the frame rails. The frame rails have no signs of them being damaged whatsoever. I just think it's these extension parts over here. The reason I say that is because everything on the top end over here seems to bolt on pretty good. We kind of mocked up the things and it seems to be totally fine. We will not tell until we start getting the car assembled, and since we do have a frame machine, it's not going to be the hardest pull ever. Really simple. Go ahead and pull this way just a little bit, but I don't think it's any of the frame or anything damaged like that. The reason why I pointed that out is because I'm very confused on to why the car totaled out. The car is low miles, the car seems to be in excellent condition, and has got very minor damage from what I see. We got some hood damage over here, but don't know if we're gonna repair this. It is repairable, it's aluminum. I'll show you guys the inside over here of the hood. No cracks, nothing like that. I know 100% this is repairable, but I think we're gonna go with the CS hood simply because that CS hood is absolutely gorgeous. So come take a look at this over here. On the fender, we have a little bit of a scratch over here right before the Mylar. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do over here. Don't really want to peel the Mylar off. Hopefully we can make something work. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go ahead and consult with my painter. This side over here, we have the wheel is damaged. The rim itself is actually not that bad damaged. There's a little bit of damage over here. It's pretty darn bad. Actually, yo, take a look at this. Look at that. It's literally like curved up from under. Look, it's like missing a chunk. That's really trippy. We're gonna go ahead and pull the wheel off camera and go ahead and assess what kind of damage we have over here. From what I'm seeing over here is just an inner and outer tie rod, and don't know if I can get the camera in there, but you can see that the inner and outer tie rod is bent significantly. That's enough for this wheel to be damaged like this. It is not torn off or anything, so I'm not really scared of anything. If you guys saw my GTR video, that wheel was just completely torn off and we got it back on its feet. The GTR is actually right over there. Man, we got a lot of cars here. Keep going over here. The interior of the car is stuffed with parts, so I'm really excited to see what the heck is in there. Do we have a taillight? Do we have anything, any kind of seat belts, airbags, anything like that blown? We don't know just yet. So taking a look at the more confusing, more scary part of the vehicle, or the damage I would say, is this rear wheel and then the subframe that kind of could be shifted, I guess you can say. I had it with my M2, we shifted the subframe back a little bit, everything was fine, but I mean the impact here is not that bad for it to be, like I said, the subframe shifted. So we're gonna go ahead and tear the wheel off, or take the wheel off, and see what the heck is going on over there. We actually went ahead and ordered a full entire suspension assembly just because we didn't want to pick and choose what can be the problem, or guess and check you can say. So all this is going to be changed out. It should be perfect over here. The rear wheel, or the front wheel, will be straight once we get a tie rod in, and then once we pass alignment, that means everything checks out. But the more confusing part is this quarter panel. So if you look over here, take a look over here. This is literally the only thing you can see on the quarter panel right over here. That's extremely easy to fix. That's not something you should change a quarter panel for. Okay, now the question here is, why are we missing this gas cap inner piece, first of all? Second of all, why does it say glass needs to be cut out already started? That right there is really confusing. The gap on the door sits nice and easy, closes how it should, and take a look at this. Look at the bottom here. Look, it's already loose. You can see here there's a string from them cutting it. So I have no idea why, what the heck is going on. So the bumper sticks out a little bit. That's because they put it on wrong over here. Watch this. There you go. There's how the bumper should sit. Bumper and the quarter line up perfect. Quarter gap over here is nice and perfect. The taillights were inside the car. They were kind of in the way, so we just slapped them on for now just to kind of see what the completed rear end looks like. I have no idea. It's funny because the sensors are out of the rear bumper. The rear bumper was taken off. Diffuser, all that stuff is off the car. What the heck is going on? I have no idea. But guys, take a look at this. Ready? Yeah, that whole entire car is just stuffed with parts. What do we have good? What do we have bad? I have no idea, although I do see a computer for the headlight already, which is a good part. But before we go on to the interior, let's quickly take a look at this side. This side has no damage and the sun is glistening right on it. Wheels are nice and tight. There's no curbing or damage on these two, so I think we're just gonna keep these as spares. We do have new wheels on the way. This car is gonna be on its feet very fast. This is one of those cars that we specialize in, so all the parts and all that stuff's coming in very soon. It's gonna be on its feet. It's gonna be ripping, I think, faster than the GTR. I think so. I'm not sure yet, but that's the case over here. Let's go ahead and step into the interior. Now I'll show you guys that manual gearbox that is very, very nice. Look at that thing. Woo. It's rare to see one of these cars with a manual gearbox. It's kind of like, you see, you know, it kind of like satisfies your enthusiasm, or your enthusiast self. Going on the interior, I mean, it's really similar to the M2. We do have a bunch of parts. Take a look in the back. Look at that thing, it's stuffed with parts, dude. Gotta pull all that out. Hopefully they didn't damage anything. I don't see any airbags blown. I don't see any seat belts being locked up. What the heck? Why did this car total out? This makes no sense. And then the vehicle starts right up, so go ahead and actually runs great. We actually drove it off the trailer, so motor's perfect, exhaust. I guess, guys, first things first, let's get all the parts pulled out from the inside and then we can continue with this video, show you guys everything that's safe on the car, everything that's not safe on the car. I'm super excited to get this thing back on the road, and I know these cars here, the S55 motor, you can push a lot of horsepower out of them. So I guess that's going to be one of our goals here with this build. Before we go ahead and take all the parts out, I wanted to show you guys how everything is stuffed in here, like so. We got some pieces over here from this door panel being off. Why guys, comment down below, why is this stuff torn apart? What are they doing with this quarter panel? Anyways, look at that carbon fiber just glister over here. This car is a very high package. It's got all the sensors, cameras, everything up front, and maybe some adaptive cruise control, stuff like that. We got I see it over here on the dash. It's called a what is that thing called? Dash display or heads up display? Sorry about that. So we got a heads up display over here. You guys can see it over here. I'm not too sure though if you can see it because of the glare. Oh, you can actually clearly see it. Yep, right there. So that's the heads up display. Windshield is not busted, nice and clean. Carbon fiber roof, look at that piece. This thing is optioned out pretty dang sick. This side is no damage on the fender, very happy about that. And then under the hood we do have some dust and schmust and whatever from the car being transported, the car just sitting for a while. Besides that, I mean, really there's not much things to look at. Look at this over here, we got a little bracket that's bent, not a big deal, super easy fix. You guys know that I can get all this stuff fixed up super easy. Tires are fresh, and I don't know, let's go ahead and pull all those parts out, see what this thing is hiding. Taking stuff out of the car, and take a look at this. We got a little, I think that's an OEM carbon fiber diffuser, which is totally safe. If I'm not mistaken, let's see. Yeah, we got an OEM part number over here. Front bumper, lower grille, looks like it's safe. This grille here has a little scuff on it, but possibly savable. With that front lip. Oh yeah. Front lip, yeah, that's destroyed. And then we have like a plastic front lip. But yeah, let's continue pulling parts. So I have no idea why they pulled this piece out. I'm still a little bit shocked, or maybe they wanted to total the car out. That's why they started like tearing apart the quarter panel, and then it, like, the numbers ran up too high because of the quarter panel. I still don't know. I legit don't know. The quarter panel seems to be 100% fine. We're gonna go ahead and pop this piece back into the quarter panel. That way water or anything like that doesn't get inside. So let's go ahead and do that right now. Take a look at all this stuff here. Most of it is actually salvageable, besides like that piece over there. We're gonna get a new one, and then we do have the other piece of foam absorber. It's a little bit broken. We can just mock it up and it'll be perfect. The pieces for the front bumper are all there. This front fender liner needs to be bought. The other one over there is safe. Besides that, oh, that's the rear one right there. That's the front one, and that's the other front one that's broken. Besides that, we need to get a headlight on its way. We need to get a reinforcement bar on its way. That's an additional front lip. We will get our own front lip. Definitely carbon fiber one. That one doesn't look that good. Other side headlight is nice and safe. This is the driver's side. As you guys can tell, it's black inside, so I really love the way this one looks, and it's got that full LED. Man, it's gorgeous. This is all the good stuff from the car. Besides this grill over here, we may be able to repair it and paint it. If not, we'll get a new one. Here's the hood locks, bunch of bolts as you guys saw in the car, air duct, and just pieces from the rear and front bumper. Going on into the interior now that it's emptied out, it's much better here inside, much better of a sight. You can see that things are actually very nice and clean. The door panel, none of the parts here really got damaged, which is If you guys watch my channel, you guys can see oftentimes I buy cars from Copart and they are damaged on the interior. Only kind of damage we have on this one is right there, which should come out, and then we got a crease right over there, which should be able to come out. Besides that, everything's nice and clean. I like this. I mean, I wish the seats had these holes in them, but I guess this is I don't know why I didn't have them in there, honestly. Going on this side, everything is nice. I showed you guys earlier, door panel is torquing apart for some reason, no idea why. Boom, everything's complete, nice interior, no airbags blown. Let's go to the front end. So I forgot to tell you guys that this radiator up here we already changed. The original one had a very light puncture, but we went ahead and changed it right away. That way we can warm up the car and see how the engine is running. So that piece was changed. But thinking about it right now, we have a couple of the front end pieces that can already go onto the car. We do have the hood locks, all that stuff. There's no damage on the top section of any of this, so we're gonna go ahead and reinstall this upper brace alongside with this like bumper shroud, yeah, air duct, something like that. So we're gonna go ahead and put that on, and then we got the door or the hood locks over here. We got one hood lock, another hood lock, and then we got a bunch of bolts for it somewhere. You guys saw just a fat bag of bolts right over here. Look at this thing. So we're gonna go ahead and see what goes where and get all that stuff quickly reinstalled. That way the hood latches. Look at that, guys. Everything is lining up like perfect. Everything is lining up top. I'm telling you guys, if anything is bent down here, it's going to be very minor, and it's only the absorber tips or whatever end pieces. So we're going to continue assembling this over here, get the hood latched, and I guess wait for the rest of the parts so we can continue working. Alrighty guys, we got this front brace on and things are looking pretty good. We got the locks in. This piece over here is damaged. It goes up over here and it bolts onto the two absorbers and this top brace over here. It is bent, so we ordered a new one. We can't really put this on, so we're gonna wait a little bit till we get that received. Besides that, I'm still confused on why this car totaled out. The hood shuts normally, everything's nice and clean. Bunch of parts that are saleable over here. We got a headlight, we got one headlight that's bad. The interior is nice and clean. You guys saw the whole entire video. Hope you guys enjoyed that video. Besides that, we got parts to this, we got things coming, so you guys will see a part 2 to this rebuild series very, very soon. And as for horsepower mods and wheel preferences, wheel color, let me know down below in the comment section what do you guys think, because I think we're gonna invest some money and make this thing really nice. It's got low miles, 23,000 miles. It should be a solid car. It seems like it was bone stock. We talked with the old owner before. He said it was bone stock, so it means like a healthy motor to me, a healthy build right there. With all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Stay tuned for the next one. This one's gonna be pretty darn quick. We're gonna try to get it busted out ASAP. But besides all that, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be sure to smash that subscribe button, like button, follow me on Instagram for sneak peeks and stuff like that, and peace out.